Good morning. Hey, y'all. What's up? Thank y'all for joining. Happy hump day to everyone. Thank y'all for being here. Let's go ahead and speak so we can get into our show. Happy hump day. This week is moving along, honey. It's Wednesday. Hallelujah. Okay. Let's see who we got here. My top flights, of course, are here. Truth is in the building. Good morning. Good morning. Tamara Walls. Good morning, ma'am. Good morning, Tiffany Thomas. My other top flight is here. Good morning. D Nice is in the building. Good morning, D Nice. Good morning. DDS is here. 1961. Thanks for being here. Janet Driscoll is here. Good morning, ma'am. The chosen one. I know that's right. Let them know. Deborah Banks. Good morning, ma'am. Good morning. Let's keep scrolling. Shirley Terry is here. Marion Favors is here. Deborah Johnson is here. Jeanette Peterson is here. Good morning. DC Girl is in the house. Good morning. Lori, Lori Eden is here. Good morning. The Angie B is in the house. Good morning. Carolyn Sharp. Maria Perry. Gail West is here. Good morning. Happy hump day to you. Miss Honeybee is in the building. Good morning. Get my thing up here. Good morning, everyone. I hope y'all are having a wonderful day. Let's get into our show because we have a great show. We got some great tea to spill for you guys. Let me say this before I get into the show. Shout out to T from TV. If you guys did not get a chance to check out her video, y'all know she's the court documents reader now. Okay, so y'all get over there and check out her video. Great video last night. I wound up getting so tired. I wound up going to sleep, so I finished it this morning. Great content. Okay, so y'all go over there, check her out, support that video. Okay, y'all say loving the thumbnail. I'm a little petty today. I don't know. But yeah, y'all go check her out and run the numbers up on that video. Great content. She's reading all the court documents of all these lawsuits across YouTube that's being filed. You guys want to know what's going on? She's reading the court documents, not some made up shit, not some stuff that was doctored up. She's pulling it straight from the website and putting it up there so you guys will know what's going on. So y'all go check her out. That's T from TV. And check her out. Okay, I support her. Let's get into our show though. I see you, Faith Williams. Thanks for being here. Brown Eyes, thanks for being here. Sheila Washington, I see you in the building as well. Good morning to everyone. Let's go ahead and get into it. Of course, everything said in the video is alleged and in my opinion and is used for fair use and entertainment. Let's get on into the show. Of course, politics is first. We don't have a lot of politics because I want to get into the mess. It's Wednesday. Y'all know how it is, child. But let's get into our topics. Let's go. All right. So according to the Neighborhood Talk, a Texas judge, I got to get it together. A Texas judge goes viral after berating an IT worker who was trying to help him and orders the technician out of the courtroom, then demands someone find his supervisor. He says, I'm sick and tired of this bullshit. Should a judge talk like that to someone? Again, a person in a robe who feels that they are above everyone because of how many years you went to school or your title, it still does not give you the right or reason to degrade someone else. But let's get into this.
You don't. And you're disjoined from the audio here, right? Yeah, should be. Let me see. Sorry. Mariah, did I make this up? No. 5 seconds. 1 second. You don't have to go far. You're disjoined. Okay. Yeah, you're good. Okay. False alarm. No, it wasn't a false alarm. False negative. Sorry. Don't joke around. I'm serious about this. It was happening. I understand. I'm just saying I can't see it, sir. We're good. Thank you. Get out of my courtroom.
Rude.
Find his supervisor. Jesus Christ. Sick and tired of this bullshit today. Of course you don't. And you're disjoined from the audio here, right? Yeah, should be.
Did anyone see anything wrong with what the IT person was saying? He was trying to help his dumb, slow ass out. You know everything else but how to work your damn computer, how to get it set up. As an IT person, he was doing what he was supposed to do in terms of checking out your computer to make sure that it's working properly so that you can do your job. But then you get an attitude because it made you look smaller and that it made it look like you didn't know what the hell you were doing. So now you crashing out on him in front of everybody trying to embarrass him. Let's get into it. So it said that in this clip, said that the IT worker steps up to help the judge computer check the problem. Moments later, after confirming everything was working, he declared the issue was a false alarm. Now, Muron returned to the bench, clearly frustrated, and says, I'm serious about this. It was happening. Said that he then ordered the worker to leave his courtroom. Said that once the worker left, said that Muron demanded find his supervisor, Jesus Christ, and said under his breath, I'm sick and tired of this bullshit today. The video, of course, has racked up millions of online views, which caused a lot of outrage of how the judge treated someone who was just doing their job, which they were. Said the civil court administrative judge, Rabia Collier, released a statement saying that the division is committed to maintaining a workplace grounded in respect and ensuring that the conduct of everyone serving the judicial system must reflect the professionalism, respect, and impartiality that the public rightly expects. He definitely needs to be reprimanded for that, because you should not speak to anyone like that when he was just doing his job, right? But y'all let me know what you think about that. Moving into the next topic. Charlie Kirk's alleged unaliver, Tyler Robinson's defense attorney, claims that the bullet does not match the pow pow. Oh, what's going on here? Let's see, shall we? Now, I don't really give a hot damn about no Charlie Kirk, but this is viral news, so we're gonna check it out. Shout out to the news source here. This is breaking news, child. So breaking developments in the case surrounding the unaliving of Charlie Kirk, as attorney for the accused Tyler Robinson claimed that the key forensic evidence may not link him to the fatal pow-powing. So who did it, right? Now, in the new court filings, it says that the defense argues that the bullet recovered from Charlie Kirk's body could not be conclusively matched to the rifle allegedly tied to Robinson. Now, according to analysis from the Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, and Firearms Explosives, said to be sure to follow, we don't care about that. So let me put up my trigger as we put this up, just in case we run across something that may be a little too much. All right, let's get into it.
All agree is a witness. Speech by those non-attorney trial participants poses a serious and imminent threat of material prejudice. Somebody who we could all agree is a witness. Speech by those non-attorney trial participants poses a serious and imminent threat of material prejudice.
Okay, so obviously it looks like this person may get off because the weapon that they're saying was used to unalive Charlie Kirk. They're trying to say that it was his rifle that did it, but obviously they're saying that forensics does not support that information. So he may get off, and they're going to have to go out here and find the person that did it. So it sounds like Charlie Kirk's unaliver may be still on the loose, right? So you got to get the right person. Can't just lock somebody up because you want to hurry up and close this case. All right, moving on. Kristi Noem reportedly is devastated and asked for privacy and prayers as claims surface alleging her husband. Let me go ahead and pull it up so y'all can see. We don't really need that up. All right, her husband out here cross-dressing. So she want everybody to be staying up out her business now, since she was in everybody else's. Now you found out that your husband out here wearing your panties, and now you need privacy. Bitch, no. And it says that she asked for privacy and prayers as claims surface alleging her husband has been living as a cross-dressing double life out here. All right, so in the same, it says that this is the same Kristi Noem people criticize over lack of compassion involving those victims. Said that Kristi Noem is reportedly asking for privacy and prayers following claims about her husband's personal life. Now, according to reports, allegations have surfaced claiming that he has been living a cross-dressing double life. Let's go.
Security Secretary Kristi Noem is asking for privacy and prayers tonight. She's said to be devastated by a report alleging her husband has been what is being called a cross-dressing double life. Senior national correspondent Rich Edson has details tonight. Good evening, Rich.
Good evening, Brett. Well, former Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem and now President Trump are responding to a report regarding Noem's husband's alleged online activities. A spokesperson tells the Daily Mail that she's devastated and that, quote, the family was blindsided by this, and they ask for privacy and prayers at the time. President Trump tells the outlet he knew nothing about it, adding, wow, I feel badly for the family. If that's the case, that's too bad. The Daily Mail alleges it obtained hundreds of messages between Brian Noem and 3 women involved in a site where men cross-dress. The Mail posted several of these photos and writes, Brian Noem allegedly sent women in the community $25,000 in virtual payments. The publication says Brian Noem did not deny the explicit conversations, but says he never put national security at risk while his wife was secretary, setting up a potential blackmail situation. Quote, yeah, I made no comments like that. That would lead to that. Brian Noem operates a crop insurance agency. He and Kristi Noem married in 1992. They have 3 adult-age children. Earlier this month, President Trump ousted Secretary Noem from her role leading the Homeland Security Department after congressional hearings where she had difficulty answering whether she was having an affair with top aide Corey Lewandowski. With her husband seated behind her, she also faced questions about more than $200 million in DHS ad campaigns that featured Noem. Democrats are investigating that businesses that received money on that contract. The president named Noem as special envoy to the Shield the Americas bread.
All kinds of stories today. Rich,
Lots
thank
of
you.
them, yep.
All right. Former Homeland Security Secretary
Yes, honey, you out here with the panties on, and now y'all want some prayers and privacy. Boy, bye. I see somebody putting in there say reminds me of Bruce Jenner. Absolutely, that's Bruce Jenner Jr. in here, child. And then you having explicit conversations and exchanging large sums of money. It sounds like for some type of SEX site that your ass got caught on. So yeah, that's what you get. See, these politicians out here be thinking they be sneaking and creeping, and your ass get caught, and then you want somebody to be praying. I refuse. I will save my prayers for those who need it. This shit right here, you don't need no prayers. You don't want no prayers when you were doing it, right? No, sir. I will save my prayers. Moving on. A no-nonsense judge, honey, goes off on two thugs out here, honey, in the courtroom. Let's get into that. I love judges like this who don't hold back, to just fly off on these people who just be committing crimes that they should not be committing. So a judge does not hold back while sentencing a man for unaliving a 12-year-old girl. Now, one of the brothers convicted in the unaliving that unalived a 12-year-old Isabella Carlos was sentenced in late December of 2025 after being found guilty of unaliving and related charges for pow-powing into multiple homes with an AK-47 and AR-15 over a social media disagreement. Y'all see how far things can go over a disagreement where people can go and pick up a weapon. This is why I continue to say doxing people, putting people's personal information. Anytime there's a disagreement and you willfully put someone's name, address, or any information you may have on said person because you want someone else to do something to them on behalf of protecting or retaliating for you, that can be a dangerous thing. People are now picking up weapons and acting upon said disagreements over social media beef. It's not that serious, but they are handing out time, football number time, for people who be on that type of time. So let's get into it. Dispute that had nothing to do with the young girl who was asleep in her house when she was struck and unalived. Now, prosecutors said that the attack came after the brothers confronted a woman over the post, then later opened fire on homes where families were sleeping. Now, after the sentencing hearing, the judge expressed strong condemnation of the senseless violence and handing down a prison term of 67 to 72 and a half years to life to Antoine Benson. Let's get into this, child, because I said, "Ooh, honey."
Antoine Benson was convicted of his role in Isabella's murder. Police said gunfire from him and his brother missed their intended target. At sentencing, the judge did not hold back.
And I've seen the videos and the pictures of all the boys with the Dracos and the ARs, a bunch of fake wannabe NBA young boys who can't look a person in their eyes who they have a beef with and say, "This is why I have a beef with you."
At trial, prosecutors said what led the brothers to spray bullets into several homes, including Isabella's, was a spat on social media.
Instead, they get these guns and they post on the gram, they post on Facebook, and they show videos and pictures of empty clips of what they just did, send it back to their own phone, portraying this sense of false bravado, toughness. Y'all saw, all of y'all weak. All of y'all soft in those pictures.
Benson had this to say before he learned his sentence.
I'd like to apologize to the family. And more so, apologize to my family, putting them through this situation. And that's really it.
Isabella's aunt said she wanted Benson to ask God for forgiveness every day he's in prison. And then she said this about his crimes.
I want you to think about it. And you think about it hard. Think about it.
Antoine Benson was convicted of his.
I love this judge. He got a little hood in him. You could tell he's using a little street lingo. I like that. But this young man did get 67 to 72 years. So that's going to be a lot of prayers and reflection. That's a lot of time for prayers and reflection on his ass. But it just amazes me how these guys get out here and be thugging and powing up people's homes and unaliving people. Then you get in court and you have all of these apologies when you didn't have that type of energy when you were committing said crime. Like you were this hard thug ass individual. But then when it looks like you get about to get this time or be held accountable for your actions, is now, oh, let me, dumb myself down and apologize and appear to be this apologetic person. That's really not how you feel. You're just hoping that the judge doesn't give you a lot of time for your ass to be sitting in prison for a crime that you committed. So parents, teach your children that social media beef should not leave social media, and that it's never serious for you to roll up on somebody and do something that egregious or take someone's life or threaten someone, because you can go to jail for threats as well, right? But yeah, let's educate our children, especially posting everything on social media, because when they're looking at evidence, a lot of times these young people go to social media because that's where they have all the evidence is there. They love to post and try to show out to their friends, say, hey, I did this, I did that, not knowing that that's leaving a paper trail for the authorities to come back and use that against them later on. So let's continue. Crazy work. Nicki Minaj, they're saying, has filed for divorce from her pedo husband, Mr. Kenneth Petty. They're saying that Nicki Minaj has allegedly filed for divorce from Kenneth Petty after 6 years of marriage. You guys know that he is a registered SEX offender. He cannot be around children. But it says that y'all called it. It's no secret that Nicki Minaj and her husband, Kenneth Petty, have been in headlines time and time again, given his past. They said that there were even rumors last year about him allegedly misusing her American Express card. I remember that. I think I reported on it, where thousands of dollars he spent on whatever he spent it on. It goes on to say that it looks like that may have all led to this divorce filing, which was dropping on the 1st of April. They got me because damn, now they're saying it's April Fool's. So now they're saying that she filed for divorce, but now they're saying this is an April Fool's joke. So I guess they got my ass. Okay. Oops. Sorry. So I guess she's not divorcing him. They really got me because I was really hurrying up trying to get this post up. So shout out to No Skips T for the April Fool's joke. Moving on. They got my ass real good. Well, this is not an April Fool's joke. Prayers up for Miss Megan Thee Stallion, because she was rushed to the hospital for a medical emergency. Okay, I was about to say, I know Nicki doing up and divorce this nigga, but it's an April Fool's joke. April Fool's is today, you guys. Today also, someone has a deadline in order to file their court documents. Let's see what happens with that. Okay. Megan Thee Stallion's hairstylist asked for fans to pray for her after she was rushed to a hospital, you guys. They said everyone say a prayer for Megan. We are all at the hospital. I'm not sure what happened to her, but I do know it's some type of medical emergency. According to the Shade Room, it says that Megan Thee Stallion's hairstylist, Kalon Derrick, asked for fans to pray for her after she was rushed to a hospital mid-show in Broadway. Said the journalist Lorraine LaRosa was in the audience at her Moulin Rouge show in New York when the show was halted. Wow. It says Lorraine says that the show continued, but without Megan. It was later discovered that the star was rushed to the hospital after feeling ill. Let's see what they're saying. All right, so she's saying, came to see Megan Thee Stallion on Broadway, and that was short-lived. A few opening scenes, and I saw her, and she was great on stage. I was excited, but said that they just stopped Moulin Rouge mid-show, apologized to the audience, and said stay inside and seated. Said I asked security if we're safe. They told us for now. Said we'll update you on any changes. They said that an update from her here from the spokesperson for Megan Thee Stallion said during Tuesday night's production, Megan Thee Stallion started feeling very ill and was promptly transported to a local hospital where her symptoms are currently being evaluated. Said that we will share additional updates as more information becomes available. So they're not really saying what's wrong. They just said that she felt ill while performing. So prayers up to Megan Thee Stallion nevertheless. Moving on. Looks like Diddy may have gotten some more good news. I'm not happy about it, but I'm sure his victims are not as well. But let's go ahead and get into that. Let's get into that. Shout out to People Magazine on it. Good morning, everyone. Thank y'all for coming in. Yeah, press up for Megan, man. All right, so Sean Diddy Combs' release date has been moved up again as appeal hearing approaches. Now, they said that Combs, who is serving a 50-month prison sentence after his conviction on prostitution-related charges, has argued that a judge sentenced him improperly. Continuing on, it said the Diddy Combs release date from prison has been moved up. According to a Federal Bureau of Prisons website, Combs was convicted last summer on 2 counts of transporting to engage in prostitution and is serving a 50-month prison sentence at FCI Fort Dix in New Jersey. He is appealing his conviction and has a hearing set for April the 9th. That's coming up, approaching here in a few days. Diddy Combs' prison sentence got slightly shorter. The music mogul's release date has been moved up by 10 days, according to the Federal Bureau of Prisons website. The adjustment comes several weeks after a previous shift shaved more than a month off of his sentence. How is that happening? So the Combs, who was 56, is now expected to be released on April 15th of 2028. He was previously set to be released April 25th of 2028, and before that, June 4th of 2028. But the timeline has fluctuated in many recent months. Last December, his release was initially pushed back from May 2028 to June 2028 before being moved to April 2028 in early March. Why do we keep moving it? I don't understand. Combs is currently serving a 50-month sentence after being convicted of last summer on 2 counts of transportation to engage in prostitution. Following a high-profile federal trial in New York, as everyone knows, we covered that, he was acquitted of more serious charges, including sex trafficking and racketeering. Those 2 charges, I still stand behind the fact that I feel he should have been found guilty of, but I feel like someone manipulated the system a little bit, because that was definitely transporting or trafficking as related to Cassie, where he was taking her from state to state, hotel to hotel, in order to make her engage in sexual contact with other gentlemen callers, if you will, okay? And Cassie was not the only woman who was said to be taken from state to state. Several other women, Gina, I forget her last name, and another female that we also heard about in that case as well. So I do feel like the trafficking should have stuck, as well as racketeering, because I do feel like other people were engaging in this particular crime with Diddy. I don't feel he did it on his own, but we'll see what happens. I feel like Diddy's karma is not done biting his ass, because we still have the Tupac case coming up, where his name has been mentioned multiple times in terms of saying that money was exchanged for the unaliving of Tupac Shakur. So we do have people like Foxy Brown, who says that she has very, very damaging evidence against Diddy, and she is willing to testify. So if he gets out of this situation and get out early, great for him. It looks like he'll be mentioned again, or maybe locked up for unaliving someone or having something to do, putting out a hit, possibly on rapper Tupac Shakur. Rest in peace to him. But what do you guys feel about that? Let me know. Diddy getting out a little earlier, child, 10 days earlier. Let's get into this ratchet behavior at the airport, honey. These people don't want to be paying for extra baggage. Y'all know bags are, they've upped the price on bags now. If you have a lot of bags, and you have to have certain I guess a certain weight, a certain size of bag in order to have it as they carry on. These women decided they were going to act a fool at the fucking airport, and it did not go well for them. So 3 women arrested after allegedly refusing to pay Frontier bag fee, boarding flight anyway, and forcing passengers to evacuate the plane. One woman allegedly spat on someone while another twerked in handcuffs. Just ratchet behavior. Let's get into this according to the neighborhood.
You look good. You're not going to do nothing. Enjoy prison, baby.
This happened last night at MIA after 26-year-old Devonna Cochran, 21-year-old Diajana Cochran, and 30-year-old Nafisa Dockery refused to get off their Frontier flight. Now, according to the arrest reports, it all started after a Frontier worker told them they would have to pay for their baggage. Investigators say that they refused and then got into an argument with the employee. After the employee told them that they would not be allowed on the plane unless they paid for their baggage, they stormed onto the plane. Deputies were called, they went onto the plane, and they told the 3 of them that they had to get off. Well, the arrest report states that the deputies, they asked them multiple times, but they refused. Law enforcement was then forced to have the entire plane evacuate in order to arrest this trio. And during the struggle, deputies say that Dockery spit on a woman. And we showed Frontier passengers the video of the women being escorted off the plane. Here's the reaction.
It's really crazy. Like, it's disturbing, because why are you acting like this towards the workers? I mean, you know the rules and regulations. When you read the flight, they give you all the information, the rules. You know you're supposed to pay for baggage. Why act like this? That's insane.
The group is charged with battery, trespassing after a warning, and resisting an officer.
That's just crazy behavior. Of course, they'll be banned, probably never be able to fly again behind that. And then, of course, charges will be filed because you spat on someone. That is seen as assault if you do that. That's the nastiest shit you could ever do to a person, to spit on someone because you're upset over the fact that you don't want to follow rules and regulations. And that's with any flight. That's with any airline that if you're carrying on a carry-on bag, you have to make sure that it does fall within the rules and regulations in terms of size, weight, all of that in terms of carrying on the plane, because they only have a certain amount of space for everyone to carry on bags or things to put in the overhead if you've ever flown before. So I'm not sure why they thought that they could get on a plane or just bypass the rules and regulations and still get on the plane after being told that they had to pay for something. It's just crazy. As the weather gets warmer, we're going to see more and more crazy stuff with people flying, people acting out on flights. I don't know why people want to be banned from flying because they want to act ratchet like this, but several charges will be filed against these three women. And it just makes us look bad just a little bit, right? White people already, and other races already think that we are just ghetto and that we don't know how to act when we go places. So when they see stupid shit like this, it just really makes me cringe. And then this damn Smurf right here, with this shit on, right? It's just too much. You twerking and you carrying on in handcuffs, like for what? For what? For what? Now you got charges over being stupid and acting fucking ratchet at the airport. Moving on. All right, so yesterday we talked about this whole Brandy and Wanya situation. Okay, Brandy put out a memoir. For those of you who don't know, singer Brandy, R&B singer Brandy, put out a memoir about her life and people that she dated and things that she went through in the industry. Of course, Boyz II Men lead singer Wanya Morris was brought up in said book to let everyone know that during the time Brandy was 16 years old when she felt that Wanya Morris, who was 22 at that time, took advantage of her. She said that he played her. He took advantage of her. She said that he pretty much took her virginity at age 16 when he was a full-grown adult. He's getting a lot of backlash online. I've been seeing a lot of posts. I've been seeing a lot of comments where people have been eating his ass up about him being a fucking pedo. People are saying, oh, he should get charges because that's statutory RAPE. It is. But, you know, sometimes, depending on who the person is, people like to turn their heads if they sing real good. Kind of like how R. Kelly was. They're like, he didn't do that. Why? Because he's R. Kelly. Right? Because Wanya Morris can do 10,000 runs in 1 second. Like, so he's not guilty. Really? Okay. So Brandy speaks on previous relationship with Boyz II Men member Wanya Morris at age 16 when he was 12, when he was 22. She says that I was a child and he was an adult. It's time the world understood the difference. So I'm not sure why she chose to bring it out now. A lot of people are asking, well, why is she talking about this now that happened so long ago? You can't really put a timestamp on a person's healing or when they feel like they want to talk about something that happened to them that was traumatic, a person who was R-worded. Sometimes they have to process it. Everybody's processing time is not the same, right? It might take a person, it may take you a week. It may take me 3 years. It may take another person 10 years. You just never know. And then the embarrassment of people judging you and say, oh, it's your fault. You went over there. You were dating this person. You know, people have all types of comments and statements that they have about certain situations, not really understanding what had happened. So let's get into this. It said that Wanya and I understood with diamond cut clarity that public knowledge of our relationship would ignite scandal, potentially threatening everything that we both work for. So he and I opted to elaborate fiction, said that we would pretend patience and claim that we were waiting until my 18th birthday before pursuing any romantic connections, Brandy says in her book. Okay. She says that I was in over my head, sneaking around with Wanya and lying to my parents and had become a constant. She said that they barely liked the idea of me dating at all, and telling them about us was out of question. This is coming from her book. She said that I was not a fast girl with a crush. Didn't kind of make you a fast girl with a crush. You did have a crush on him. You were being fast if you were lying to your parents and you knew that you were being with someone who was much older than you. I mean, Wanya was mentally a little bit more ahead of you. We'll say it that way. Most of these guys who like younger girls is because they can take advantage of them mentally. Right. So she goes on to say that I was not an unstable, obsessive fan. She says that I was a child and he was an adult, and it's time the world understood the difference. Okay, I get that, but if you are sneaking around and being with someone older, Of course, you know, he's being very touchy-feely with you. If he took your virginity, obviously you guys were sleeping together. It was not right because he was seen as an adult at 22 years old, and he had a girlfriend. I keep telling you guys, at the time that Brandy was messing with Wanya, he had a full-fledged girlfriend, Adina Howard, R&B singer Adina Howard, who sang this song "T-Shirt and My Panties On." He was dating her, and once she found out about the relationship between Wanya and Brandy, it caused a huge mess between the two of them, and Brandy chose not to stop seeing Wanya, and Wanya chose to not stop creeping with Brandy, which ultimately caused Adina to act out, and then she became blackballed in the industry to where she lost her contract with the record label that she was signed to as well. Brandy was the it girl, so of course they saw things her way, and she was able to continue her career. But ultimately now she's written this book where she's talking about a lot of people. She's talking about Shine, she's talking about rapper Mace and other people in the book that she dated and or had relationships with, including her baby daddy Robert, who she also was running around telling people she was married to, which she never was, after she was found to be pregnant with his child. You guys remember she had a whole reality show that he had to sign. According to him, he had to sign an NDA, and he also had to sign paperwork saying that he would I guess protect Brandy's image, because they didn't want her to look like this fast girl, and she said that she was not out here just sleeping with people and then wound up getting knocked up within her career. So there was a lot of stuff going on back in the day with Brandy. Again, she's very talented, but she's no different than any young girl who kind of have a little, you know, freedom, and she knows she's that it girl, and she's not a bad looking girl, no homo. Wanya saw opportunity and he jumped on that. But now let's go ahead and continue, because I found a clip, okay, where Wanya, let me go back because it's on that one, where Wanya openly admits to being with Brandy when she was a child, okay? And the way he said it just kind of made me kind of look at him a certain way, like, bitch, what? So here's a 2014 interview which resurfaced of Wanya Morris admitting to having relations with Brandy at a young age. She said that we did the thing when she was 16 or 17. She was old enough to get it. What? That's some pedo talk. That sounds like some R. Kelly type of talk, right? That sounds like some shit R. Kelly would say. She was old enough to get, she was 16, you were 22. Like, let's get into this.
You had a celebrity relationship. Were you the only one that was ever involved with a celebrity?
Who was he dating? Wanya was banging Brandy.
Brandy. He left you lonely, brokenhearted.
No, I didn't actually leave a.
He was teaching Reggae how to do videos.
You taught Reggae how to do the shit.
That's why they called you Squirt.
That's what I was thinking.
That's why Squirt.
I mean, Brandy even said to him behind the music that you broke her heart because you fell in love with somebody else.
I mean, you only fall in love with somebody. You only fall out of love with somebody else if somebody makes you fall out of love.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so if that was the situation, if that's what she said, then
that's political. I like that.
I can't contest to her view about it. I can just only live by my view.
Revolt.
They were saying she was really young when y'all dated.
Yeah, she was. Not that young. Not
this
getting
baby.
No, that's what I'm saying. Hold on, but you know that's why. But that,
You had a celebrity relationship.
that's why I stopped it. Hold on, but that's why I stopped it and said that she wasn't that young, because I don't want y'all to think Boyz II Men was young.
She said she was.
I was young too.
She said she was 15 and she had to keep it a secret because
See, we did the thing. We did the thing when she was like 16, 17, around that time, you know.
So you were still a boy too. You
I wasn't old. I wasn't
like
like 38 years old, nothing like that. I was old enough to she was old enough to get it.
Okay. But was it legal in the state y'all was in?
I mean, we was always in different states.
They're literally making a joke of this shit. This girl was a full-fledged kid out here. You were 22. You too motherfucking old to be with a 16-year-old. Like, hello.
They had a nomad relationship.
You know what I'm saying? We just, we didn't do it in the states that it was legal. It was illegal in.
Nice.
Oh my gosh.
They don't laughing about this.
You know what I mean? It was a time. It was a relationship. It grew and it ungrew.
That's why.
Yeah, no, I don't know about that one, Wanya. He's getting a lot of backlash online. They are really tearing him up after Brandy released this. This could very much so ruin his career because people now see him as a pedo, someone who is a grown-ass man sleeping with a child, and the fact that you said it out loud out of your mouth, like, yeah, she was old enough to get it. Bitch, she was 16. She was somebody's child. She was a teenager. You have kids now. Wanya, you have daughters now. Like, how would you feel if a grown-ass 22, 23-year-old man was smashing your daughter? You would not feel that way. This shit is so crazy. Like, child. Now you fucking it up for boys and men now. Now you probably don't want to hear y'all sing no more because of your stupid ass out here running your mouth like that. But people are pulling up old interviews where Wanya is just being very insensitive to this situation. I'm not sure again why Brandy chose to put this memoir out and put all this information out. I'm not sure why, but she did that shit, and it's really giving a lot of negative backlash to Wanya Morris in this damn. It's crazy. It's crazy. I'm gonna keep my eyes peeled on that and ears as well. As we get updates, we'll update you guys. Let's move on. Charleston White, child. Let's get into him. He, of course, did go run and snitch on Young Thug. Y'all remember he was having an argument with Young Thug. He's saying that one of Young Thug's one of his people in his party, in his group, harassed him or threatened him with a pow. He said that Young Thug is on probation, should not be around people with pows, but this person threatened him, so he said he was going to the feds and he was going to report him. Well, Charleston White says that he reported Young Thug to his probation officer after my Miami altercation. He says that once you scare me, I'm going to the police. But you know what? He be starting stuff with people and then he play victim and then run to the police. That's what I don't like about Charleston White. Like, you act like you all big and bad. You cuss people out and talk shit. But then when they get the best of you and they make you feel like, okay, nigga, don't play with me. Then it's, oh, let me run to the police. I'm scared now. No, you're not. No, you're not. You know this boy's on probation and you on your get back because he said some shit to you to put you in your place. So it's now let me run to his probation officer. Now let me go to the police and file as much shit as I can on him so that they can revoke his probation because you're mad that he embarrassed you in front of everybody. But let's get into this. Shout out to It's On Site.
Two things you can't do. Stop me from going to the police and unscare me. Yeah, once you scare me, you can't unscare me. And say, that nigga showed up musty with $1 million chain around his neck. You think I ain't scared of nigga? You think I ain't scared of nigga that fuck boy walking around musty, laying next to with a woman pretty in Mariah size? That nigga got to be dangerous. Fuck it, that nigga boy. That nigga got to be dangerous in the bitch. Oh, he finna tell on Pee Wee. He finna tell on Woody. No, Woody got immunity. He finna tell on Roscoe Pee Wee. Woody got immunity under the American Disabilities Act.
Sir, you should be hiding your face because you were directly involved in the Young Dolph unaliving. The guys who were involved in unaliving Young Dolph and some other street shit. You kind of might want to go somewhere and fly out of the country because it's some people still looking for you, right? I wouldn't be in no fucking videos, especially with Charleston White, for somebody to roll up on you. Like, it's, y'all know how the street shit be. It's forever up and stuck when they looking for you. When you unalive one of their very own, honey, they be mad about that shit. They don't get over that. They don't get over. You might have forgot about it. You moving on. It could be 5-10 years later and somebody roll up on you and it's, you know, fish frying and t-shirts printed. Y'all get what I'm saying? But let's continue. But see how he trolling? See what I'm talking about with Charleston White? He be running his mouth and trolling, talking shit. And then when they roll up on him and approach him about it, it's, oh, I'm running to your probation officer.
Nah, Woody got immunity. Thugger, finna be back. Hugger. Down on them motherfucking me blanket. And just, by the way, Thug, every nigga you were with, I couldn't get all of them.
I'm surprised Fannie Willis ain't reached out yet.
They coming. This is a process.
Yeah.
The people can't just jump the process and go off what I'm saying online. They gotta wait for this shit to get put into the system. Once it get put into the system, the people have to do a small, somewhat of a procedural investigation. After they do the procedural investigation, then they have to take care of her in open locker, contact the people down at the probation department down here in Miami, because he got his probation transferred down here. Then they got to send the paperwork back to Atlanta.
This nigga telling everything.
Fulton County got to get the paperwork. The supervisor, the probation officer over there got to look at it and read it. Then they got to call somebody to make sure we really got it. Because they done tried to violate him twice.
Oh, yeah.
They tried to violate him twice.
Shit.
Yeah.
But
they
like
tried to get him for some. Now he snuck back into Atlanta. That wasn't petty.
Well, yeah.
But he can't keep getting all these violations. But this one's going to get it. Before I leave, and I go hit him with the restraining order, that's what's going to shake the probation department.
Yeah.
See, that's it.
They're going to hit their desk immediately. You know what I'm saying?
But he's intentionally doing this shit. And then you online saying it. So it just shows motive that you really just doing it as a get back and not really because you scared. Because if you scared, you're not on here talking shit because you know this nigga might be crazy and could at any time roll up on you and put the paws upon you, right? So you're not really scared. You just want this nigga violated because he embarrassed you in front of the homies. That's all that is.
They know about it already.
See, right now, Brian still can fight off the little old charge I'm trying to put on him. But when I go to the judge and put the restraining order on them, because they didn't have no business at that event, and they hunting me down.
He ain't got no reason to be around no nigga with no gun.
And they was stalking me.
He gonna have a Chinese name, one gone.
Oh, no, he hang high. Now, boy getting a new name. He ain't finna be Spider no more. Boy getting a Chinese name. He hang high. Yeah, no, he hang high. Thanks to who? Me. I'm gonna be so goddamn happy. Be walking around and some snitch ass nigga put Thug in jail. Nigga, I'm gonna be walking around like I got muscles on my chest. Chest stuck out like a rooster. I'm not bullshit. Nigga, you know how good it gonna be feel to walk through Atlanta and no, listen, them kids that got the dead mama, the children with the dead mama. The baby mama got killed at the born that. You know how good it's gonna feel when I think about them kids missing their mama and their daddy. Boy, listen. Boy, I'll probably poop if I think about it.
Y'all can't take no more. So he's reveling in the fact that he already has it in his mindset of how he's going to get Young Thug violated and have him arrested. That's if his boys don't get to you first, right? You talking a whole lot of shit online. I mean, some of them boys don't care about going to jail. I'm just telling you. Some of them boys do not care about no damn jail. So we'll keep you posted. Okay, that's all I'm gonna say on that. We'll keep you posted. I just don't feel like that's the end of that shit at all. Because you know this boy he's gonna fight tooth and nail not to go back to jail. Okay, and his homies they don't had a whole lot of time away from him. So you threatening to take away his freedom. Yeah, they're gonna probably retaliate on that. I'm just saying. I'm not speaking it into existence or nothing like that. But hey. All right, so shout out to JViews Daily. It looks like Clarissa Shields has found herself in a situation to get a cease and desist from her last fight opponent, Miss Franchon Cruz, honey. So she has issued a cease and desist to address false and damaging statements by way of Clarissa. Let's get into it. So Clarissa, you put a cease and desist on 50 Cent, and look at the Lord and turn around and have somebody put one on you. See, so it says that Franchon Cruz is not playing and just issued a cease and desist to Clarissa Shields over alleged false statements. Now it says that Montague, on behalf of Franchon Cruz, confirms that a formal cease and desist has been issued to Clarissa Shields and Representative following a series of false and damaging public statements concerning Franchon Cruz and her husband, Glenn Desron Jr. It says that this action was taken after repeated instances of misinformation that have resulted in reputational harm, emotional distress, and interference with business relationships. Now, while every effort was made to move forward privately and maintain focus of their sport, said that the continued public dissemination of verified claims necessitated formal intervention. Look at me reading over here, girl. Oh, Lord. Now, I said that Franchon Cruz remains committed to professionalism, integrity, and advancement of women's boxing. This step reflects a clear intention to protect her name, her family, and her legacy. So she has now issued a cease and desist to boxer Clarissa Shields. Okay, they've been kind of going at it since their last fight. There've been words, there've been things that Clarissa said, and Franchon, she's been responding, but sometimes it's who gets to the damn courthouse first. That's how that shit works. Whoever gets to the courthouse first, you file a cease and desist. I mean, it is what it is. So that will, of course, stop Clarissa Shields from speaking on her. And then she may sue her too for defamation. That looks like that's listed here as well, that she defamed her in some type of way. So since you out here bragging about you spent $30,000 on watches and $19,000 on Gucci blouses, she might go ahead and get some of that money up off you, Clarissa. Okay. Moving right along, let's see if Papoose can pay that for you, since you brag. My man pay my light bill, gas bill, phone bill, all of that, girl. Yeah, he do. I haven't paid for a flight in like a year, girl. I haven't paid for anything. So let's see if he paid that defamation lawsuit for your ass. Moving on. All right, Pinky Cole. Let's get into the reality TV portion of the show. Shout out to the Girls Are Fighting. Y'all know Pinky Cole is a new castmate or cast member for Real Housewives of Atlanta, which will be coming on this Sunday. I can't wait. So Real Housewives of Atlanta, Pinky Cole explains how creditors locked her out of her home. Y'all know that she most recently, after filing bankruptcy, she lost her home that she was set to rent out to someone else. She quickly had her, I guess, attorneys go to the courts and petition them about said lockout because it was illegally, and she was able to get her home back. So let's go ahead and get into that. We're just going to touch and move. We're going to stick and move with this one because I don't want to be on it too long.
So what happened is you're in real estate, so you can also speak to this. So I had a tenant.
Shout out to Braylon in the house. Thanks for being here.
Tenant moved out. The house was abandoned. So I'm just going to assume that the creditors locked the doors because the house was abandoned. Because the house was abandoned, the grass didn't get cut. So they changed the locks. Not my mortgage company, the creditor. Okay. So my realtor was like, hey, Pinky, somebody changed the locks. We can't get in. I'm like, what you talking about? We calling everybody. So my attorney go down to court and file an emergency motion so that they can change the locks. We still till this day, we don't even know who the company is. They didn't show up to court at all.
So they tried to force
Why did it sound like that's retaliatory?
bankruptcy on that house. That's what it seems like they tried.
No. The house wasn't delayed on payments.
So why did they?
It probably was the HOA. I don't know that to be true because they haven't responded.
So it could have been the HOA fees.
But the house was occupied for 3 years and then vacant for 2 years. So because it was vacant, me and my attorneys, we're just assuming that because it was vacant, they considered it abandoned, and you could do that if you feel like a house is abandoned.
The grass wasn't cut for 2 years.
No, for 2 months.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, the grass. But again, my assumption. So we went to court and I won. Not only did I win, I won attorney's fees. And then obviously we're taking further action because that's really some real reputational damage on somebody when you assuming that they lost their house. You understand what I'm saying? This is an investment property. Then they put my personal house on the internet. It's crazy. Wow. But I realized that
it sounds like she was doxxed behind all of this. Not only was her investment property out there, her home where she lives, as well as other information that's connected to her was put out there behind this illegal lockout that this company, who she says she don't even damn know who they are, went and illegally locked her out of her own property when she's getting ready to rent it out to someone. That's crazy.
On the internet, don't read. Okay. Two, people will take a salacious headline. No, I really realize that now. But I'm so secure within my skin that it don't bother me. I'm like, all right, keep it moving. So now I'm gonna troll y'all ass back. Yeah. So when you see my little skits, that's why you see my skits. Because if I got you watching, now I'm gonna give you something to watch.
Hey, okay, I ain't mad at it. I ain't mad at it. You lock me out, I'm gonna troll you. That's what she's saying. All right, so we here for it. I'm here for a little pettiness. Do what you gotta do, girl. All right, moving on. Let's get into some Real Housewives of Atlanta stuff since we're talking about Real Housewives of Atlanta. All right, let's get into this clip, honey. Y'all know that, again, Real Housewives of Atlanta will be back. We'll be back on the new season. We'll be back this Sunday on Bravo. If you guys have Bravo, go ahead and set your DVR so you don't miss it. The season already looks like it's going to be good. We've looked at some clips. We looked at some first looks, okay? YouTube was hating a little bit the other day and kind of shut my video down, but we got the shit back up and it's monetized. So, all right. So, shout out to Reality Rundown. Angela versus Phaedra. Let's get into it. Phaedra with her lying ass. Phaedra been caught again lying this season, y'all. But she is a lawyer, so what they say, lawyer? Yeah, so that's what they do, girl. If you can't be a good lawyer if you don't lie good. So I guess Phaedra is a good lawyer. She just ain't winning no cases just yet. But let's get into her lying ass. She and Angela. I keep telling y'all, don't sleep on Angela. She seems real quiet, but Angela comes off as that type of quiet hood type of chick. Angela will check your ass. We did get to see that at the end of last season on Real Housewives of Atlanta. Angela don't play by her husband, even though he be out here cheating and on some fake shit, right? But Angela not play by her husband, and she will read a bitch down. But let's get into this clip. Shout out to Reality Rundown.
Receipts were receding, which I told my friend.
Receding means that you're questioning the receipts that your friend brought.
After reunion, Drew came into my dressing room. She said, hey, I would love to get to know you. And I said, well, I really don't want to get to know people who have tried to frame me. And that's when she said she didn't really agree with all of the evidence that Angela presented. But at the same time, I'm like, well, if you didn't agree with it, why did you go along with it? But the girls do strange things for the change.
You don't think that is strange that your best friend think that your receipts are receipts?
I don't care about that. What I'm talking about is my husband.
Why you don't care about that?
Angela knows who I am. Everything that is being said, I've already said to Angela, so there's no secrets here.
Because you pick apart what I feel, I would care about
y'all gonna respect this like y'all do y'all fire alarm. That's lined up. It didn't make sense to me that your person came to me at the Hogs game, whether they told you they did or not. We were at the Hogs game, and this young lady who was with Phaedra walked up to me and said, hey, I'm The one with hands.
It was
Like,
a threat.
and I had those tapes ran, and that person did not come to you. And I'm willing to show you the tapes.
Phaedra be lying. Why she every season Phaedra get caught in some bullshit and they call her out on it. Phaedra will deny that shit like she did with that situation with Candy, and then found out at the end of that shit with Candy that she orchestrated all of that and sat there looking crazy and then, well, I just want to apologize for what, and then tried to keep apologizing to Candy so that Candy would not hate her ass. Candy still don't fuck with Phaedra to this day because of that. Running around telling people that Candy was drugging people and R-wording them in her SEX dungeon and shit, knowing that shit was a whole full-fledged lie because you were mad at Candy and trying to, pull her down and mess up her reputation. You lied on that girl, and now Candy don't want to fool with you. Now you over here again fucking with Angela. I don't know if it's this retaliation because you used to like her husband, or you said that you dated him and then you say you didn't even know that he was married or had a wife, because she said that last season. So now you fucking with Angela. Why, girl? Why you coming after her? Because you done told everybody that you used to date her husband, and then he came on the show and said, bitch, I ain't never dated you. When I dated you, I barely know you. I barely know you. So Faith just be out here lying. You out here lying on the man dick and everything. So, oh, I dated him. Yeah, me and Charles. Yeah, we dated. Yeah, I know Charles. Me and Charles go way back. Charles like, bitch, I don't know you. I barely know. Like, I probably saw you at a party and I might have said hi. So how do you get we dated out of me saying hi? Like, she is so delulu.
So you just can pull a security tape and you can hear what the person says? You's a bad man pajama, baby.
I want to see him. So if there's anything I can do, Phaedra, to help you get the tapes, please let me know.
Do you actually have the tape of the Hawks game?
So, no, I didn't look at the tape, but I'm
sorry, y'all. The long pause is what gave me there was a lie somewhere, right? Phaedra
asked for the tapes to be reviewed. Yeah.
I think I got that's a lie. Yeah. That's a lie. A lie on your person?
I don't want to have any of that. This is a lie for me.
I want to see some tape.
I don't want to be
There's
here.
cameras all over that place.
When I got invited to this party, I thought
I was get to be a bougie American in the African house.
that all the ladies would have on their gowns and their real diamonds, and they would drink champagne and drink some other shit.
No. Child, Phaedra, you coming in hot this season, lying again. Damn. I'll be watching nevertheless. Y'all let me know what y'all think. Phaedra with her lying ass. Just lie. She just lie. She wake up lying, go to bed lying, snoring and damn lying, farting and lying, all of the above shit. Phaedra, I'm trying to like you, girl. I am. I like you and your little sneaky reads, but Phaedra, you just lie. I just don't like liars. She be doing the fucking most. All right, let's get into the next one. Shout out to I Am Danica, okay? Over here on Gossip, okay? I like being over here on Gossip. They have a lot of good stuff. Carlos King with his mousy voice. I know you guys be like, oh, I cannot stand his voice. Me either, girl. But let's get into this viral topic. Carlos King is opening up about touring with Nene Leakes and his growing legacy, whatever that is, girl, because all of your shows have low ratings, right? So I guess we'll go with that. Now, he says from expanding Bell Collective with Bell Collective Birmingham to celebrating Image Award nominated Love and Marriage Huntsville, and they lost. Okay, didn't they lose to Steve Harvey's show over there? He said that the super producer, really? Okay, is building a multi-city empire while getting down to the nitty-gritty on Reality with the King. Let's get into him and his lives, child. All right, let's go. Shout out to Boston.
Time we talk to Nene, it's great because you guys have that great rapport. You guys are so comfortable with each other. Now our girl is back on Bravo. What do you think this means for the Bravo sphere? Because you are a professional, you are the king of reality TV. What does this mean? Does this mean eventually we are going to get her back on Housewives, in your professional opinion?
You know, listen, I think everything is steps in order, right? I think everything is headed in the right direction.
Yes.
I'm not going to say like, oh, next year we're going to get it.
Yeah.
I hope so, right?
Same.
But I think my thing is, I think we should just be happy to know that she's back in some form or capacity because we didn't see this coming, right?
Oh, yes.
So I can't wait for us to see her amongst the girls celebrating 20 years of the Housewives franchise. She deserves it. She helped build it. So to be celebrated and to be honored in how she's being honored, because, you know, I heard some things in how she's being.
So why you didn't give her a job on your platform if you knew that she needed to be somewhere getting a coin and get her face back out there? How many shows do you have, Carlos? You could have given her an appearance somewhere. You could have given her, you could place Nene something, because you and Nene are supposed to be like very, very tight friends. The only thing you did was interview her on your Reality with the King, let her tell her story about how she felt about the whole Bravo situation, the lawsuit and all of that. I don't feel like Carlos has the money to pay Nene. Nene was getting paid almost $2 million. She was the highest paid, to be exact, on Real Housewives of Atlanta when she was on there. So Carlos, you don't have the money, you don't have the capacity to pay Nene. So yeah, of course you got to push for her to be back over there on Bravo, where she really want to be anyway, right? I really don't think that you have your pockets are not deep enough to pay Nene what she feels she's worth to be on any platform, okay? Because you got to give it to her. She is a fucking narc, but she is great TV. But let's continue.
Celebrated, and I think it's perfect. And I think once the audience reception is there, fingers crossed, if we get to see more opportunities for her there. But what I can say to you is, she and I started our 2-city tour a couple of weeks ago, and she is in the best space possible. She is
icon.
Nene's in the greatest place she's ever been in a very long time.
You're looking and you're casting for like Bell Collective Birmingham. Like, what stands out to you about these people?
You want a cast that have something going on, right?
Yeah.
Business.
But why does Love and Marriage Huntsville? Why is that a cast with nothing going on? Right? They have nothing going on. Like, they were talking about somebody in the fucking DM. We don't care about that. Like, what happened to Black excellence? You told your followers that Love and Marriage Huntsville show would be about Black excellence. Like, what business stuff are we seeing? What we're seeing is Tisha stirring up bullshit amongst the cast, running around saying, oh, Ken is in the DMs talking to women when her own husband is doing the same thing. Where's the business in that? Where's the Black business in excellence in that? Martell don't have a fucking storyline. He's still walking around with tight ass Easter shorts on, running around here in everybody's business, cussing like a sailor on the show, don't have shit to show for. He got his license now, thank God, after 147 fucking years, but he still ain't building nothing. He still ain't doing nothing. Talking about he want to buy investment properties, but you can't help pay for some shoes for your kids. Like, you have nothing. Whitney Houston said, I have nothing. He has nothing to show for. I feel like the only people that really have business stuff going on is really Nell and Chris Fletcher. I keep saying they need to branch out and get their own reality show from this bullshit, because this show is just like going nowhere. The ratings suck. But Carlos will always branch out and start another show and just really just leave, the show that ain't doing shit to sit over here and fester and just get whatever views and money he can from that. But then he'll turn his focus on something else. Y'all know Stormy will be on Birmingham's Bell Collective. Okay, so we got to see how that turns out. That I think is coming up here soon. I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna watch it because I do like Bell Collective. But I don't know, Carlos. I feel like he's constantly putting irons in the fire to see which one will ignite and burn the longest. In terms of Love and Marriage Huntsville, that shit just let it phase out. No one cares. Nobody's watching it, right? Seriously, nobody's watching it. But let's continue.
Professional, personal, all of the things, and if they're connected. So when it came to Birmingham, we obviously led with Stormy Steele, who audience know from Love and Marriage Huntsville. So to know that she was figuring things out with her TikTok agency, her Canvas Beauty Empire. She has a CFO that lives in Birmingham named Amber. So it made sense and it's organic. And then Amber sort of like introducing Stormy to like, these are the girls in Birmingham who are doing it. And Stormy knew a couple of them already. So it just made sense. And Birmingham is, I think they call it the Magic City.
But we'll see. I mean, great for Stormy. She's thriving with TikTok and her orders and stuff like that. But is it going to be enough to pull ratings? All right. Is it going to be interesting enough? Does she still have the scarlet letter on her from when she was on Love and Marriage Huntsville, to where people are not going to want to support the show as you think they're going to support it because of how she was moving over here? I mean, Stormy does have a reputation for not sending people orders, for customer service being kind of fucked up over there with Canvas Beauty. Like, will people support the show as you think they will, or will they pull the same ratings as Love and Marriage Huntsville? I mean, that's the huge question. Moving on, though, I don't care no more. I'm gonna check it out to see what happens. And if it strikes my interest, I'll watch it. If not, I'll keep it moving. All right. Moving on, let's get into some Married to Medicine. So backstage, that says that backstage probably hates to see the cast of Married to Medicine coming as Steve, who I cannot stand this season. Oh my God. And Dr. Eugene got into another disagreement after their segment on stage. These two stay fight. It's something deeper. It is something deeper with Steve, who is the new guy, and Dr. Eugene, which is Toya's husband. Let's get into it. Let's go. Shout out to No Chaser.
Gentlemen, thank you for joining us. We are going to be right back with the ladies after this. Thanks, guys.
Hey, they weren't targeted. We went out to everyone. Now that's that bullshit right there.
We had a girl at the front. I said, hey, anybody come in? This is a private event. Yeah, it's not on the list.
I ain't trying to apologize for nothing. So all I did was try to tell you I have nothing personal.
He came in hot, didn't he? He came in wanting to fight.
Everything, it is, but it is personal.
No, it's not
you can't,
personal.
all right, that's
You
paper
made it
thin.
personal towards me, and I left it alone.
Hey, it wasn't personal. Tell us about the scholarship.
Here's the real thing. I'll let you say your piece. Let me say my piece. This is the truth.
I heard your piece all day.
This is the truth right here. Your wife has mentioned. Your wife has mentioned me taking my shirt off. Your wife has mentioned I'm attractive.
I'm not the chest out now. I thought we were getting in the water. Now, come on now.
King can have his shirt open, but all the other men should not. Except for Steven.
Toya always say some crazy shit, right? To embarrass Eugene. Like,
I know that makes you insecure. I know that makes you feel less than. But you don't single me out because of it. That's what you did, Eugene.
Nobody singled you out. And if,
Yes, you
if
did.
that's how you feel, sorry. If that's what you need.
See, that
but
right there?
I'm over it.
That's that.
We ain't got to say else to each other.
Come on, man. Let's keep it 100.
We ain't got to say nothing.
I'm really telling you the truth.
Okay.
Look the other way.
So you want to continue to talk?
I'm not. Listen. I'm gonna say what I want to say. You ain't gonna stop.
I'll come
me
back
from
when it
saying
sounds like he not having a temper tantrum.
No, nobody's having a temper tantrum. You're insecure. You got little man complex, man.
Gentlemen, thank.
oh my God, he's exhausting. He argued like a female. Like, he came in already with some heat for Eugene, Dr. Eugene. It's so crazy. Like, why do you have so much anger and vitriol for this man who ain't really checking for you like that? Like, seriously, he's let you know, like, nigga, I ain't fooling with you like that. Feel how you feel. That's your truth. I have my truth. Keep it moving. Like, he just, it's like Steve really wants to convince people that he matters. Like, you really don't. At the end of the day, Dr. Eugene is pretty much a he's been on this show since the show began. If anybody will go, it would probably be you, Steve, because you really bring nothing to the show. Your wife is kind of liked on the show, but ultimately, if they decide not to have you guys back, I will not be mad, because he is exhausting. You argue like a bitch out here, and it's just not needed. But what do you guys think? Moving on. So I ran across a little beef / drama on the little Facebook over there. Let's get into it. We're gonna talk. Y'all know I talk about everything, child. I was like, "Ooh, this is tea." Let's get into it. So you guys know Jarvis Butts, honey, who unalived Naziah as well as impregnated her. Naziah Harris's cousin Roxy. Some of you guys may remember Roxy. I've talked about Roxy over here. Tijuana Butts is the sister of Jarvis Butts, who testified in his trial a few weeks ago against him. Thank God, because she was like, "Yeah, I don't agree with this bullshit." Like, she actually did testify that she saw Naziah at Jarvis Butts body shop when she really was supposed to have her ass at home, but that's how she knew that something wasn't right, when she initially saw Naziah, and then after that no one saw her anymore. So she did come forward to testify to that. But Roxy is feeling a little nostalgic and feeling away after it was announced that Jarvis Butts did unalive himself, which I feel like somebody did it. I feel like, since he's a known pedo, I told you guys, in prison, the prisoners do see news reports and clips in newspapers and shit like that. So they were already prepared when he came up in the prison system, right? So I feel like somebody unalived him. Okay, I feel like someone unalived him, even though they said it was by way of suicide. But Roxy, who's been, she did a balloon release for Naziah. She's been speaking out about Naziah. She was actually on the scene helping find evidence to find out where Naziah was. She's going back with Jarvis Butts' sister, Tijuana Butts. So let's get into some of the bullshit that's going on, because, oh my God, Tijuana Butts, who is Jarvis Butts' sister, she has responded. Okay, so let's get into it. Roxy, as you guys can see here, she says, "Tijuana Butts, the gig is up. You out here playing these people. Said that you out on," said she meant to say you put on a good show. ain't none of y'all up with Jarvis. Now y'all want to play family. So it said that Tijuana, which is Jarvis Butts' sister who testified in the trial, stepped up as the next of kin to take over Jarvis's body in order to give him a proper burial. Okay, and everyone is upset because they like, bitch, we still haven't found Naziah to give her a proper burial. Like the nigga said she was over here, but we still ain't found her yet. But this nigga get to have a proper burial. So of course Naziah's family, who of course includes Roxy, they're upset by that, right? So it said that you told me that y'all ain't up with him, but I'm a liar though, right? She goes on to say that you don't talk to me, right? Oh, okay. So let's continue. So, of course, people in the comments, they're telling Roxy that she's doing the fucking most. They said, don't you think it's about time that you stop using Naziah for clicks and views? A lot of people seem to think that Roxy is just steady pushing this narrative now that Naziah is gone and now Jarvis is gone. Of course, he can't do any more damage or anything. So people are going in on Roxy over there. They're saying, oh, God, this is displaced anger. Another person said that Roxy, go get help and seek God, you weirdo. Another person comments by saying that you're talking about everything but Naziah. Another person says that if she loved her brother, that's totally okay. I mean, you got to understand, she did testify against her brother, but ultimately they do share the same bloodlines. She doesn't have to like what he does. Obviously, she doesn't, which is why she testified. But I do feel like that is her brother, and if he needs to be buried, I'm pretty sure she's going to go to the funeral. I'm pretty sure she's going to grieve and cry, as she was emotional when she gave her, excuse me, as she gave her testimony about him. Correct. But this person here says that what's going to happen if Shannon's children want to go to their father's funeral? If that happens, I hope people keep in mind that they were just children. Okay. Yes, he was a pedo. What he did to Naziah was fucked up, but that is still her brother. So I get that she's going to go and say her final words or give her respects or whatever and keep it moving. That doesn't mean that she co-signs what he did to Naziah. I'm just going to be fair here. This person here says, regardless of how everyone feels at the end of the day, that's still her brother. I feel that way. You can't tell her what to do. She clearly said on the stand that she didn't like what he did, but she still loves him. Y'all remember she told him, look up at me. I'm talking to you. Like, this was fucked up what you did to her. But it goes on to say that it's going way too far, that he's unalive, said that he's not your problem anymore. Let it go. So it's like every day, every hour on the hour, Roxy's posting just like dragging Jarvis. He's no longer here, so he can't see these messages, even if nobody can get it to him because he's no longer here. But still, what's the point of this? Is at this point now, a lot of people are starting to think that Roxy is starting to become this harasser in terms of Jarvis's sister and his family. Again, regardless of the fact that he was a pedo and the things that he did, he unalived Naziah at his own admission. It still can be seen as harassment. He does have a family. He still has a mother. He still has children who have to see all these messages. So you have to keep in mind that we get it that you're upset that your family member was unalived and these things were done. But at some point in time, it will be seen as harassment. You don't want to catch charges for continuously posting and doing all of this, because then it kind of looks like a lot. A lot of people calling her weird. As you guys can see here, at this point, it's giving weird. At the end of the day, that's her family, regardless to these shortcomings and demons. It just keeps going. It keeps going. So let's get to some more stuff. This is Roxy. She did, as I said, she did start a balloon release. She did have a balloon release for Naziah, which I thought was beautiful. And which her grandmother, Naziah's grandmother, nor Aunt Shannon or Makita, none of their asses showed up. You think they would be there, right? If you love her so much, but you got up there crying on the stand. This is Jarvis giving his lies, test lies in here, saying he didn't do anything. There was no text message. He didn't text message her. I remember when all of this took place. Meanwhile, they went through his phones and saw all the messages that he sent out. This is Jarvis. This is Naziah. You guys know. Okay, just wanted to give you guys a visual. Let's keep going. So Tijuana Chantel, which is Jarvis's sister. This is what she says. So this lie Roxy told y'all is why people are losing their minds. She says, I wasn't going to say anything. However, if you believe anything that comes out of her mouth, something is wrong with you. She goes on to say that I don't talk to her and she doesn't talk to anyone in my immediate family. She goes on to say, if I did claim his body, that is my business. I did what I was supposed to, regardless of what anyone thinks. She said that Roxy is only trying to make money from using that baby's name, meaning Naziah. She goes on to say that I guess the well is running dry because she is using my name now for clout. Get a life, right? And your facts straight, okay? Look here. So then Roxy is responding. Jarvis's body has been claimed by his sister. Said yes, the one who spoke in court. They are giving him a funeral. Is that what you do when people die? When people die, Roxy, I'm trying to be fair. Because you're doing the fucking most over there on Facebook, love. You are. That is what happens when a person passes away. A funeral proceeds, right? So let's continue. I don't agree with what Jarvis did, and I'm not taking up for that at all. This is Tijuana. People are, capping for her. This and damn, like Roxy's doing the fucking most. So this person says, I've been praying for you. It's so many people that respect you for standing up and doing what was right. Keep pushing, Tijuana. God got you. All right. Another person says, please don't give her the time of day at all. She's not worth it. Her meaning Roxy. This person says she's miserable and needs to go get some in her damn mind of her own and mind her own damn business. Prayers up for her. Said that we are sick of her real talk. Said may God bless you on your new journey. This person at her said at Tijuana says pay them no mind. You know that this is the ninja net, not ninja net. And people will say and do anything to go viral for clout. My prayers are up for you. All right. They're still going on giving her messages. All right, so let's continue. Because there was looks like a text message thread. Okay, so Tijuana says again to Roxy, is this what you're mad about, Roxy? Because I won't talk to your lying clout chasing behind. She said that you wanted my attention. Now you have it. Ooh, she's sassy. I love that. All right. She goes on to say that you might want to go find something safe to play with. Ooh. Says that I've sat back for over 2 years, minding my business, not bothering anyone, not saying anything to anyone. Said that you're all on interviews with YouTubers, with all of the news, and you're all on the news. Now you have your own platform. She said, and weren't these the same platforms available? Weren't these the same platforms that were available in 2022 when y'all knew what was going on? So that means when Azaya was being touched and inappropriate things were being done, she said y'all had the same platforms, but we didn't hear y'all this loud when said things were going on. But when something happened to her and she wound up passing away, here y'all come. So now here's text message threads. It looks like from Roxy to Tijuana, which is Jarvis Butts' sister. It says, hey, hun, how are you doing? This is Roxy. Let's continue because I think I have the rest of it. Okay. Let's go down. Says, hi, this is Roxy. She said, hey, love, I just wanted to check in with you. I really appreciate what you did and just wanted to talk. So I think she's thanking her for her testimony on the stand on behalf of Nazaya against Jarvis Butts. Okay. So there she is thanking her, but now she's flaming her online and making it seem like Tijuana is not being authentic in terms of her stance and where she stood and where she said where she stood in terms of what her brother did to Nazaya as well as other people, including his own daughter. So I take my hat off to Tijuana because it takes a lot to stand on a stand or get up on a stand and testify against your brother, your blood brother, for some shit that he did. You know, most of the time family members are going to take up for you because they don't want to see you spend time in prison or be held accountable for something. But Tijuana, she said it on the stand, she works with children. She works at a daycare, so she couldn't imagine seeing something happen to her children as well as children that she works with. She did not approve of what her brother did, and she lashed out on his ass on the stand and said, hey, look at me. You've been looking down this whole time. I need you to look up and look at me and take accountability for the shit that you did. Go back and look at the testimony. But in terms of Roxy trying to make it seem like Tijuana is not being authentic, I can't rock with that. I feel like this is, a lot of emotions are still in place where, Jarvis being unalived, his family, they feel away, even though he, was found guilty of that, as well as Nazaya still haven't been found. So it's a lot of chaos on both sides of the family, and I get it. I just think that people need to come together and try to heal from this situation. There's nothing that can be done now. Jarvis is no longer here. I think people need to focus on what do we do now? Where do we go from this situation now? Correct? All right. So what do y'all think about that? Let me know. I want to have a conversation with Tijuana. I might reach out to her and see if she might want to have a conversation. What do y'all think? We're going to go ahead and end the show there because I got to go. I did have one more topic, but it's not that important. So we can actually spend the block on that for midday pop-in, which I think I will do that. Y'all sound off on all the topics that we discussed and let me know what y'all feel about it. Let me get back to my main screen. Let me know what y'all feel about that. And we're going to be back for midday pop-in a little bit later on. Okay. Thank you to my top flight mods for doing such an awesome job. Okay. Of modding True TV Podcast, Rose Armstead and Tiffany Thomas. Thank y'all so much for doing an awesome job of manning the chat, keeping the trolling down. Thank you to all the content creators. Astute Queen B, I can't talk today. Black women in the building, Miss Didi, Simple, My Family TV. Braylon, I saw you pop in. Thanks, Braylon, for being here. Marcella, if you were here, thanks for being here. Janetta Speaks, JCD Creation, Shay P, Shay Renee, Queen Speaks TV, Deary Talk, Schoolboy, Just a T, please. Briss Block, if you here as well, thanks for being here. Of course, all of my caramelians in the chat as well as in the bushes, all of our newcomers, all of our new subscribers, thank you guys. Please head over to Rails World, check us out over there, and also like up all videos and parody videos that we have out there, including posts, because we do have posts on both channels as well. That was a lot. But thank you guys. I will see you guys for midday pop in. Please keep your notifications on so you guys will know when we go live. All right. Until the next one. Bye.
I got nightmares in my head, I fear that the thoughts build up until I can't hear, that my mind fills up into a creature, and it haunts me somewhere much deeper.
I got the cash in the bag, stadium packed. Born a rock star in this life, gon' live it up on the attack. Baby, I'm bad, I just wanna get caught up in this life. I'm crazy, I'm mad, doing no cap. Only God wants you, better go live it up. Cash in the bag, stadium packed. Baby, I'm bad, yeah. Baby, I'm bad.
I just wanna stay bad, stay mad. Chip on my shoulder cause they treat me like an outcast. I ain't gonna take that, stay back. I'll be swinging hard till the hits come in all caps. I ain't gonna lay back, pray that someone's gonna help me. Ain't nobody like that. I ain't gonna wait, that's all fact. Give me one shot and I'll never get the throne back. I'm sick of being cautious, I'ma go cause something, can't stop this. I'ma steal everybody's lane, call it shoplift. Sick of hearing everyone complain when they thoughtless. Taste the pain, it's like candy canes. It makes me go change into a better frame, into a better name. Society's insane, we all live for fame, yeah. Cash in the bag, stadium packed. Born a rock star in this life, gon' live it up on the attack. Baby, I'm bad, I just wanna get caught up in this life. I'm crazy, I'm mad, do it no cap. Only God wants you, better go live it up. Cash in the bag, stadium packed. Baby, I'm bad, baby, I'm bad. I got the cash in the bag, stadium packed. Born a rock star in this life, gon' live it up. I'm crazy, I'm mad, do it no cap. Only God wants you, better go live it up. Cash in the bag, stadium packed. Baby, I'm bad, baby, I'm bad. I got the cash in the bag, stadium packed. Born a rock star in this life, I'll live it up on the attack. Baby, I'm bad, I just wanna get caught up in this life. I'm crazy, I'm mad, do it no cap. Only God wants you, better go live it up. Cash in the bag, stadium packed. Baby, I'm bad, baby, I'm bad. Try to play, but you're never gonna beat me. Look the other way, what I'm doing ain't easy. Bloody hands stained from the people who deceive me. Muddy hands break through the chains, go free me. Looking for change, looking for pain. Pulling a mob, pushing a train. I'll never stop, stick to a lane. Pick up the pieces and go rearrange. I'll be the best above all the rest, put me to the test and expect nothing less, your check is I'm chess, what's happening next, yeah. He got the venom, a tangible weapon, no coming in second. This life is a lesson, he got a new engine from pain, it's a blessing. New focus, no guessing, just bold and obsession. All in his possession, you got their attention. I'll leave an impression and take your redemption. Just kill no discretion, your mind is a weapon. 11-11, it's time for progression, You could try to play, but you're never gonna beat me. Look the other way, what I'm doing ain't easy. Bloody hands stained from the people who deceive me. Muddy hands break through the chains, go free me. People People like sheep move feet, heard it easy. You don't wanna be fast asleep when they scheming. Better stand tall, ready for a fight, believe me. When they try to change, you can say no, free me.
So he's been looking for somebody who could save him, instead of searching inside for what they gave him. A strong will, strong mind causes mayhem. We could change the world, change times, rearrange them. Staying on pace, running the race. Life is a chase, I don't want a place, I wanna be first. Work till it hurts, dehydrated thirst till I'm in a hearse. High ambitions and the right mind can take you so far. It's like you lived a few lifetimes. Take off from a break off from the weak minds. They can stay soft, you can change lives, you create thoughts, never waste time. You got one shot, you got one life, better pop off. What do you like? Make a dream job. No 9-5, no mean boss, just my life and free thoughts.
You could try to play, but you're never gonna beat me. Look the other way, what I'm doing ain't easy. Bloody hands stained from the people who deceive me. Muddy hands break through the chains, go free me. People like sheep move feet, heard it easy. You don't wanna be fast asleep when they scheming. Better stand tall, ready for a fight, believe me. When they try to change, you can say no, free me.